I'm telling you why he's an anomaly. He's a unicorn.
I gave Daniel Dubois 0% chance. No joke, zero, no chance. When this fight was announced, what was it announced? 2 months ago, 3 months ago? I said, okay, I give Daniel Dubois a 20% chance. Now, I give Daniel Dubois a 35% chance.
One of them, Usyk in this case, would have to get past Dubois, who's a very dangerous fight.
The stakes could not be higher. With the fight right around the corner, top boxing experts have unleashed their final prediction for Daniel Dubois versus Oleksandr Usyk. Kicking things off with the DAZN journalist and commentator Ade Olidipo. He has always been vocal with his praise for both fighters, but when it comes to the fight, he heavily sides with Oleksandr Usyk, stating that nothing can or will change his mind. He adds that Usyk is the favorite heading into the fight.
And Oleksandr Usyk's a superstar, like a superstar already. I've always said that Oleksandr Usyk will win, and I'm not going to change my mind. Trust me, Oleksandr Usyk, for me, is a massive favourite to win. But that massive favourite tag has got shorter and shorter and shorter as we get closer to the fight. Like when this fight was initially announced, I'm like, Oleksandr Usyk. Okay, so when they fought in Poland, and you guys know this, I said I gave Daniel Dubois 0% chance. No joke, zero, no chance.
However, Ade noted that as the fight night approaches, support for Daniel increases, while support for Usyk appears to be waning. A few days ago, Ade gave Daniel a 0% chance to win the first fight, but is now giving him a 35% chance to win.
When this fight was announced, what was it announced? 2 months ago, 3 months ago? I said, okay, I give Daniel Dubois a 20% chance. Now, I give Daniel Dubois a 35% chance. I've watched him spar. I've seen some behind the scenes stuff. I've peeked behind the curtain, if you like. And he is in incredible shape. Mentally, physically, emotionally. Like, this is the best version of Daniel Dubois there's ever been. This simply isn't the best version of Oleksandr Usyk. It can't be, it isn't. Go and argue with yourself. It's not.
Weighing in with his perspective, Tony Bellew did not hold back in his praise for Oleksandr Usyk, calling him one of the rarest fighters boxing has ever seen. Bellew pointed out that Usyk could go down in history as the only man who travels into other champions' home countries and takes their titles right in front of their own fans. Bellew believes that in the end of the day, Usyk's legacy will stand alone.
But it won't be, see, with someone like Oleksandr, it's only going to be age. This man is the only fighter in the history of boxing to go to everybody's backyard and dethrone them.
Yeah. Beating killers in their backyard, yeah.
Remember, he's the only fighter. He's an anomaly. He's a unicorn.
Yeah,
but at the same time, for him, like I've said before, now this is a really massive point, because we don't know if he's capable of this or not yet. We don't know because he hasn't lost. What he's gone through.
In contrast, Tony Bellew did not just focus on Usyk, he also gave Daniel Dubois credit for the way he has handled the toughest moments of his career. Bellew pointed out that Dubois has faced serious backlash and has been written off by many in the boxing world, but coming back from that kind of doubt takes a different level of mental strength.
And what he's took on board, and to come back from it, that's a different type of mental strength.
Yeah, I'll ask you then, right? So,
he's a mentally strong
do you believe he quit against Usyk in the first fight?
Absolutely. Well, do I believe Daniel Dubois quit?
Yeah. Okay, and have you
I think he had enough, yeah.
If that quit is there, it's in you.
The first time's the hardest, that's a fact. The first time you quit is the hardest. It's only gets easier going
he can
forward.
Quit again?
Of course I do, because he's done it once.
He can't do it again. But I think mentally he's in a better place now than he was.
Building on that, Coach Teddy Atlas stated that Usyk will have his work cut out for him this time and expects the fight to be far more dangerous than their first meeting. In Atlas's eyes, this rematch is set to be bigger in every way.
You got a dangerous fight with Dubois. Really, they didn't used to do this back in the old days. Usyk, in this case, would have to get past Dubois, who's a very dangerous fight to get past. It ain't gonna be like the first one. It's gonna be much more dangerous. That one was dangerous too, but this is gonna be much more, because Dubois has found himself. He's not gonna fall apart like he did the first time.
Moreover, Teddy hoped that Oleksandr, after this fight, if he got the win, would hang up the gloves for good. In Teddy's view, Usyk should pass the torch, say goodbye to the sport while he is still fresh and without damage, and ride off into the sunset with his legacy secure and nothing else to prove. He added that he is not a fan of the idea that Usyk is still continuing to fight after what he has already accomplished.
This is an unforgiving business. It's got a shelf life on it. You can only go so far taking what these great warriors take. And to the point where there ain't nothing else to be taken. I don't want that to happen. I want to see Usyk get through the Dubois fight, if he wins it, and walk off into the sunset and enjoy what he's done for himself and his family, and for us. Enjoy it. I don't want to see one of those sad stories like I saw with Ali or Joe Louis or those other great fighters.
In addition, Olidipo argued that no matter how disciplined Usyk's lifestyle has been, he can't be the absolute best version of himself at 38. For Olidipo, age eventually strips something away from every fighter, and no matter how clean one's living or how perfect their camp, it cannot fully turn back the clock.
You can't be the best version of yourself at 38, no matter how you live the life. I don't care if you are a nun. I don't care if you've never taken a drop of alcohol. I don't care if you've never had a tough fight in your life. 38 is 38 against a 26, 27-year-old that's in his peak. So that's the only thing here against Usyk. That's the only 35% thing here against Usyk is the age. That's it. If Usyk was 32, I wouldn't be giving Daniel Dubois a chance. But the fact he's 38, the fact he has had tough fights against Tyson Fury, the fact that Daniel Dubois has fought him, so that fear now of fighting Usyk's gone. Like the Usyk must have that over fighters where you step into the ring with him and there is this is going to be tough. I don't think Daniel has that.
Furthermore, Tony Bellew also pointed out an interesting angle that adds weight to Daniel Dubois' threat level. Bellew noted that both Usyk and Dubois have shared opponents in their careers, but the way Dubois has dismantled those same fighters says plenty about the danger he brings to the ring. For Bellew, that shows Dubois has real power and finishing instincts that could test Usyk in ways he has not been pushed before.
Our fighter is the most dangerous man this time around based on the fact of they have opponents in common. We've seen the job he done with AJ. We've seen the job Oleksandr done twice with AJ. Based on that performance alone, I think Arman's
the most dangerous man.
However, pushing back against talk of Dubois' threat level, Carl Frampton made it clear he sees Oleksandr Usyk as the more dangerous man heading into the rematch. Frampton pointed out that Usyk is carrying a chip on his shoulder after their first fight, with people still claiming that Dubois should have won and Usyk should have been counted out. He states that if the situation were such, Oleksandr would have gotten up and continued to fight.
I think Arman's the most dangerous man because he's got a chip on his shoulder from the last fight. There's still people saying that, oh, Dubois should have won that fight, you should have been counted out, blah, blah, blah. Now, I do think if the referee starts counting, he does get up and he goes on to win the fight, but there'll be something, a wee nag in his brain
like him,
somewhere.
Does he?
No, I don't think he does like him. He doesn't like the team either.
George saying on his Christmas list, is he?
And I think he feels like that maybe it's something different. People aren't normally like this with Usyk.
And he doesn't dislike anyone.
No, and but he's a point to prove this time, and I think for that reason, that's why he's more dangerous.
And I just think form. Don't get me wrong, this man's form is brilliant, but that man is in his form.
If referee start 1, 2, 3, I wake up. It's not problem for me. Listen, it was in the past. For me, I live now.
Adding to that, Oleksandr Usyk defended himself against critics still debating the controversial moment from his first fight. He described the pain of that shot as sharp shocks running up and down his body and stood firm that it was a clear low blow. He called on Dubois to stop pretending it was a legal punch and reminded him they were not in an MMA cage but fighting for a world title.
Like a punch and like a seat and like a up, down, up, down.
But it was a body. It was a body.
Okay, bro.
That was clear.
It was in the past. Okay. Body shot. Body shot.
Yeah.
Bro, what is body shot?
Body shot, man.
Like a body shot.
I'll
body
show
shot.
you again.
Body shot. It's
I'll
like
show you
this.
again.
It's not this.
That wasn't there. You didn't go like that.
Listen, my friend.
I think one thing
What's going on? This body shot. This body shot. It's not. It's not only one punch. It's not only one. You punch every time. I don't know who you talk to. Punch like Bellew and Usyk. Listen, you boxer. You're not fighter MMA.
Moreover, Oleksandr Usyk made it clear he is not dwelling on any controversy from the first fight with Daniel Dubois. Oleksandr stated that whatever happened in the first fight has nothing to do with what comes next. For him, this is a brand new fight with new stakes, and all the energy needs to stay locked on the present moment. Usyk believes that staying focused on the now is the only thing that matters.
So you don't have to punch right on it to pressure it.
Yeah, bro. Now is like a story.
Yeah.
It was in the past.
Yeah.
We have now new fight. We have today, present, now. Future, I don't know. In the past, today.
Going from Usyk's age to Daniel's hunger, Olidipo compared Dubois to a dog waiting to pounce, fully locked in and ready to attack when the moment comes. He believes Dubois is more motivated than ever, seeing this as a golden chance to flip the script after many wrote him off following his defeats to Joe Joyce in his first bout with Usyk.
I think he's almost, and I hope he doesn't find this disrespectful, he's like a dog on the leash just waiting to attack. It's almost like you're holding him back, and then he just goes. So I think he's going to be ready for this. I think he is obviously super motivated. He has the chance to become undisputed heavyweight champion of the world after everyone, boxers and fans, wrote him off after the Joe Joyce and Oleksandr Usyk defeats. Like, he doesn't have it up here, doesn't have it here. Clearly does. Clearly does. He just took time. He took time to find himself and time to build himself to where he is now. A lot of that credit has to go to Don Charles.
Continuing his breakdown, Ade Oladipo says he cannot see a scenario where Daniel Dubois does not find a way to catch Oleksandr Usyk during the fight. In his view, if Dubois lands clean, he has the power to hurt Usyk and shift the momentum in an instant. At the same time, Oladipo points out the other side. Usyk's smooth footwork and boxing skills could allow him to outbox Dubois over the distance.
I don't know, like I can't see Daniel not catching Usyk. And if he catches Usyk, could hurt him. Where also, I guess you can see Usyk just outboxing Daniel. Maybe outboxing him to the point where he can stop him. I don't know, man. I don't know. Again, I will say this, yeah? I'm trying to think. The first AJ Usyk fight, I think I might have favoured Usyk, but it was very close. The second AJ Usyk fight, I favoured Usyk heavily. I favoured Usyk in the Fury fight, again, very close. The second Usyk fight, I favoured Usyk heavily.
Furthermore, Ade Oladipo is not expecting history to repeat itself when Daniel Dubois steps in for the rematch with Oleksandr Usyk. Oladipo made it clear he sees this fight playing out very differently from their first fight. He is giving Dubois a bigger chance to pull off the upset than he gave Anthony Joshua or Tyson Fury when they faced Usyk.
The point I'm making here is that in the first Dubois-Usyk fight, I favoured Usyk heavily, but in this fight, I think it's super close. Like, I'm giving Dubois more chance in the second fight than I think I gave AJ and Fury. Does that make any sense? Hopefully that makes sense. So that's my thought process on it. But I can't wait. Honestly, I can't wait. It's an incredible night of boxing. Let's not forget, we've got Manny Pacquiao. I know, but we're all going to watch it now versus Barrios. Again, you've got Jesse Baron Rodriguez on that fight card as well. So look, loads going on.
In addition, Spencer Oliver weighed in and threw his support behind Dubois, claiming that he sees him winning this time. He believes that the hard work Daniel is putting in will get him the win.
I know Daniel Dubois. I see him work from day to day. I know what they're working on tactically. Go back to 2023 when Dubois lost to Oleksandr Usyk, and you say, all right, yeah, look, they seem quite far apart there. He had his moments, Daniel, but Usyk was sort of leagues above him then. Oleksandr Usyk has not got better since then. There's a lot of miles on the clock since then. There's no sign of deterioration, but what I'm saying is Daniel Dubois is a different character, a different animal from then.
Weighing in, John Ryder states that he is hyped and excited for the fight. Ryder called it a strong matchup and sided with Daniel Dubois to get his revenge this time around. He pointed out that their first fight was good too, but believes the infamous shot that sparked so much debate and controversy was actually legal, and Dubois should have gotten the win that night. He believes that Dubois has the chance to pull off an upset this time.
Good fight. I mean, listen, Dubois could get his revenge this time. So it was a good fight last time up until the stoppage. Maybe he should have got a decision last time because I think it was a legal shot, but that's boxing for you.
Moreover, Adam Smith stated that Usyk is a master of the sport. He stated that Dubois may have been physically stronger coming into this fight, but he cannot beat Usyk in the footwork and boxing IQ.
I think Oleksandr Usyk is the best fighter in the world, and I've been in training camp, I've seen him up close, I've seen what he goes through. Before the Fury fight, I thought he would probably have the better of Tyson in that second fight. He has to, as Duke said, he has to just keep the pace at him. He's got to work the body, he's got to take risks. Yes, he's got power. He's a phenomenal fighter, Daniel Dubois. However, Usyk's so clever. He's so good in rematches. He's so good on his feet. He's going to have to hope that he's on the decline, and I haven't seen it.
Adding to that, DAZN host and commentator for the rematch, G-Man, says he has been looking forward to this fight for a long time, and the excitement is so strong he plans to drop a full film study breaking down the clash. For G-Man, this showdown deserves extra attention, and he wants fans to give it extra attention.
So come Saturday, we will be a week away from Oleksandr Usyk versus Daniel Dubois 2. I, for one, am really looking forward to this fight, as you all know. I've obviously got plans. Hopefully tomorrow, I can hopefully get it recorded, maybe this evening, if not definitely tomorrow, and I'll get my first film study for that fight out. There's going to be plenty of film study coming between now and the weekend, so please stay tuned for that. There's a lot to look forward to in that regard. There's just so much to talk about, there really truly is. Listen, I for one am quite excited about this rematch. I'm really looking forward to it, I have to say. I've always been, look, I always love, actually, two of my favourite fighters to watch. I love watching Oleksandr Usyk, I always have, and I love watching Daniel Dubois. He's very exciting, he's always entertaining, he's always value for money, so you're talking about two fighters who are easy on the eye, going up against each other in a rematch which I am highly anticipating, I have to say.
G-Man also shared his honest take on how unpredictable this rematch could be for Oleksandr Usyk. He admitted that at first, he felt the fight could quickly spiral out of control and turn bad for Usyk if things went wrong early.
I still am kind of like, okay, this could go banana pear-shaped real quick, very, very quick. There could be banana skin, it can go pear-shaped, it can do a lot of things, none of them good for Oleksandr Usyk. I had that feeling going into this fight, but that's kind of subsided a bit. This fight right here is really capturing the public's imagination. Do you know what's weird, right? When it was announced first, I was kind of like, will it, won't it? And what I mean by that is, I was kind of like, right, I want to see Dubois fight Joseph Parker. I kind of want to see Oleksandr Usyk step away and do his own thing. But as we've kind of come closer to this fight, as it's kind of materialized, as we just kind of weighed it all up, I've become more excited about it.
Although Oleksandr Usyk already made his next move clear as he prepares to handle business against Daniel Dubois. Usyk says that once he gets through this fight, his sights are firmly set on landing another blockbuster with either Anthony Joshua or Tyson Fury.
You know, this work, everything okay? Yeah.
I hope so.
Yeah, first fight with Daniel Dubois, who win? Oleksandr. Yeah, enough. Blow, dirty and clean. For me, listen, bro, 3 years.
You say you have two more. Do you know who you want it to be after Daniel Dubois?
Maybe it's Tyson Fury, maybe it's Anthony Joshua.
As experts weigh in, the buzz surrounding the has reached a fever pitch. From seasoned analysts to former champions, the boxing world is torn between the promise of Dubois' redemption and the enduring brilliance of Usyk's legacy. With legacy, pride, and glory all on the line, fans and pundits will get their questions answered inside the ring. Let us know your thoughts in the comment section below, and make sure to like, share, subscribe. Do not forget to hit the bell icon so you never miss a beat, and we will see you in the next video with more exciting updates.